Right now, your dog is hearing something you can't. And it's changing how they feel about the world around them. Dogs hear frequencies up to 65,000 Hz. Humans top out at around 20,000. That gap isn't just a number. It's an entirely different sensory world. Think about the last time your dog suddenly froze, tilted their head, or bolted to the window for no reason. You heard nothing, but they heard everything. A sound miles away. A pitch so high it's invisible to you. That reaction wasn't random. It was a response to real information you simply didn't have access to. Dogs evolved alongside wolves in environments where detecting distant or subtle sounds meant survival. A rustle in tall grass. A predator approaching from the tree line. Over thousands of years, that hearing didn't disappear, it sharpened. Even now, living on your couch, your dog carries those ancient ears. Here's what makes this even more remarkable. Dogs can move each ear independently, rotating them like satellite dishes to triangulate exactly where a sound is coming from. Their ear muscles, 18 in total, give them directional precision that we simply don't have. When your dog's ears swivel forward suddenly, they aren't just curious. They're locking in on something specific. And this ability isn't uniform across breeds. Dogs with large, upright ears like German Shepherds catch high-frequency sounds more easily. Dogs with floppy ears like Beagles have slightly muffled range but still far exceed human capacity. The shape of the ear changes the character of what they hear, not the fundamental advantage. Hearing a sound you can't prepare for is stressful. And for your dog, that happens constantly. High-frequency sounds that you never notice. Alarm systems on a neighboring street, the hum of certain electronics, distant machinery. These register in your dog's nervous system whether they want them to or not. There is no off switch for a dog's hearing the way there is for humans. This is why some dogs seem anxious for no clear reason. The reason is there. You just can't hear it. Thunderstorms are a perfect example. Dogs don't just hear thunder. They hear the low rumbles and high-frequency crackles that arrive before the storm is visible. By the time you notice the first drops of rain, your dog has been processing that incoming storm for 20 minutes. Their cortisol is already rising. The hiding, the panting, the pacing, that is an overreaction. It's the final stage of a fear response that started long before you were even aware anything was happening. The same applies to fireworks, construction, even certain music. High-pitched sounds in the 25,000 to 65,000 Hz range, ultrasonic cleaners, TV static, some speakers, can cause low-grade discomfort your dog can't communicate and you'd never know to fix. If your dog seems restless, uncomfortable, or on edge with no visible cause, listen harder. Not with your ears, with your attention. Because the problem might be a sound problem. Understanding your dog's hearing isn't just fascinating. It changes how you can care for them. First, pay attention to the direction of their ears, not just their bark or body language. Ears forward means they've detected something and are interested. Ears pinned back, combined with tension in the body, often means the sound they're tracking is stressful, not exciting. These are two completely different emotional states, and the ears tell you which one you're dealing with. Second, if your dog is anxious around sounds, don't dismiss it. Don't flood them with the scary noise hoping they'll get used to it. That approach often backfires. Instead, create a quiet retreat, a room or crate with soft padding that muffles sound. White noise machines work not by covering sound completely, but by smoothing out the sudden spikes in frequency that trigger the startle response. Third, be careful with ultrasonic training tools. Some products marketed as harmless correction devices emit frequencies that dogs find genuinely painful. Just because you can't hear the discomfort doesn't mean it isn't real. Your dog navigates a sonic landscape that is richer, louder, and more complex than anything you experience. Every time they tilt their head at something you can't detect, they're not confused. They're translating a world you don't have access to. The least you can do is pay attention when they do. If this changed how you think about your dog's world, subscribe. There's so much more to understand. Drop a comment. Has your dog ever reacted to a sound you couldn't hear?